I started with nothing. So there was no revenue coming in whatsoever. So I literally started from scratch. The only revenue I had was from, obviously I had the makeup in our retail outlets, so I had a display, etc. But I wasn't really tracking exactly what the sales were because it was so early. Like it was just literally from scratch. We're looking at 500,000 in sales for the year, which obviously we're going to try and build on. But to go in a year from nothing to 500,000 is an amazing stepping stone. And then obviously our goals are to exceed that. It's a great position to be in because, like I said, now that I know that that's going to stay as it is, as I continue to learn and develop, I'm now looking at, I've got wholesalers coming on board. I'm on other platforms, like marketplaces and stuff. So there's so much more. And that 500,000 is just our online sales, not all the other stuff that goes along with it. So it's great. And I'm just happy. I was so stressed working days and nights and days and nights trying to get this going. And now that, put it all into place and it's flowing, I'm just like, oh, I can relax. The biggest problem I have is the addiction to the Shopify app.
Yeah.
And at first I had to tell everyone, like, I'm really sorry, I'm gaining this addiction. It's going to be a problem. I have to work on it. And then a friend of mine who's also in ecom, he was like, embrace it. This is your life and you're passionate about it. You're addicted and you're going to be addicted forever. So now I'm just embracing the addiction of the Shopify. But listening to those dings and like just seeing multiple Shopify things, like in the like that's the moment where you feel like, oh my gosh, it's working, like the success and reaching those milestones. So like over the last 3 months, we had our highest day of sales, we had our highest month of sales, we had our highest purchase value, our highest month of order values and all that sort of stuff. And just reaching those milestones, you're like, oh my God, we're doing it. Like it's happening. We're doing it. We run a bricks and mortar retail business and we have multiple locations nationally and internationally, and that's our expertise. But when we launched a makeup range, I saw an opportunity to be able to ship products internationally and nationally. Whereas with our food brand, which is Bulk Whole Foods, we took the decision, which is not what our competitors did, but we decided to not offer online shopping to maintain the integrity of the product and the theatrics of coming in store and scooping and that whole process. And because we just saw how badly they would transport in Australia with the distance and the heat for chocolates and meals and flours and oats, etc. It just wasn't really a business model that we were interested in. And we've been very successful in the retail stores without having to do any advertising. So we've been really lucky in that respect. So then when I was in research and development, I took on a new branch of launching makeup, which is all plastic free and refillable, etc., in line with the brand. Saw this opportunity, had no idea what I was saying when I said I'm going to put it on a Shopify store so that if I want to turn on people being able to buy stuff, I will. And then when we launched the website was when I basically realized I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. People are not just going to come to my website and buy stuff. I need to find the customers to come buy stuff, and that it's a whole different game. So I was completely lost, and the pressure was on because I had spent so much time and money creating this brand and creating this beautiful website. And then I knew nothing about marketing, online sales, driving traffic, funnels, all that, nothing. So I saw a couple of Daryl's ads, and that's where it began. There was obviously a lot of different ones popping up, but something really spoke to me about you guys. And I think it was partly the brands that I saw that I recognized that I have purchased before that are similar to mine in terms of ethics. And I thought if they went down this path, maybe this is the right path for me too. And I could tell they were doing well. And I loved the way that they were targeting me for a specific product that I specifically needed that was going to help me in my life. That was everything I wanted, and just the way they did it. Especially like I would just instantly click on their ads. So when I saw their brand there, I was like, these guys know what they're doing. They know how to get people like me who want that product clicking on it instantly. So I went in just believing in the process. And I think they even said, like, just you have to just do everything we say to do. Like, don't try and do anything else. Just do the things and it's going to work. So I just did the things. It was surprising how deep we went into the backstory. It was surprising how a lot of the time as well, they would say, like, just ask the right questions. So it really just made me ask my own questions. I didn't need to rely on anyone. I never felt as if I needed to really join the calls and ask questions, because they always said, ask yourself those questions. So I'd sit down with myself and I would troubleshoot myself, and I would be like, okay, well, these are the questions I need to ask. These are the things I need to do. I loved hearing other people's stories, especially when there were times that it was hard. It was nice to just join in and hear other people, whether they're going through similar things or whether they're really succeeding. All of that, just listening to it was really uplifting, to feel like everyone's in the same boat. I think it worked because it was so clear and so concise. Do this. I'm going to show you a video and walk you through it. Click this button, don't click this button. That precision of like, this is how you set it up, this is what you do, these are the time frames you wait, these are the numbers you're looking for, you know, as in obviously you put it into the spreadsheet, it tells you, and then you're good to go. I would have had no idea that I'm looking for that $30 whatever cost per purchase, the ROAS that I needed, like what is a reasonable ad spread, like nothing. I had absolutely no idea. So that precision, that detailed, yeah, that was fantastic. And after I did yours, I got ads for so many different ones, and like I'm always like, no, that is not for me. I'm part of this community called SheCom, and it's women in business, and you know, I've met loads of women through that, and that's been really fantastic to kind of get more insight into how to grow my business. And when they say things like, oh, I'm not so good at meta ads, and oh, they're just not very profitable, oh, they're so expensive and whatever, I feel like I just want to like shake them, but I don't come across as like salesy, because when I say the price of it, people are like, you did what? And I'm like, yeah, but I have control of my business, and it was the best thing that I ever did, because now I can focus on everything else. Like, why waste years of trying to figure it out when you can just jump in, learn it, do it, and get going? And if you can't figure it out, you have a whole team to support you. So I went away for the entire Black Friday, Christmas situation, which is absolutely bonkers. But we were opening a store in Dubai. My husband and I needed to be there. And so that's when we had to take our holiday leave, was at that time. So I was going to be away for everything. So it was such an intense 2-3 month lead up to that, which was even more intense than the year before that, setting up this business, doing all this ad testing, etc. And then I think just being away from it and just watching it tick over and watching it tick over and watching the sales come in, and they're not stopping. They're going up and down, but they're not stopping. Everything is fine. Our targets are being met. And I just realized that I don't have to work as hard anymore. The freedom that's come with that, it's like I have my evenings back. You know, I have free time. I'm more relaxed with my kids. I feel that weight and that pressure has lifted, and it's a great feeling. And I can start this all from scratch again if I had to, because I feel confident that I can, and that knowledge is such power, and I feel just, yeah, I feel great.